What's up, gang? So it is 3:37 in the morning, and I can't sleep. I'd love to tell y'all why I can't sleep. I'm not really sure why I can't sleep, so I'm up. I thought about putting on a wig for this, but, yeah, this is just raw and rare at 3:37 in the morning. So first off, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, let me know what you feel, and make sure you share it, because why wouldn't you want your mom, your dad, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, your cousins, your sisters to see this video? Now that has been said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Hi guys, just wanted to let it be known to anyone struggling with anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, or any other mental health disorder, you are not alone. We love you. We're here for you. Please, please, if you are feeling suicidal, if you are having suicidal ideations, if you are feeling alone, you're feeling like you cannot do this, please reach out to someone. You can call the National Suicide Hotline. You can call a family member, a friend. You can call a counselor. Just please, please, please reach out to someone. You need to be okay. Understand it is okay to not be okay, but it is not okay to stay not okay. There are many, many resources out there for you, for me, and for anybody struggling. Know that I stand with you in your journey on mental health, in your journey to be better, in your journey to heal and to become whole again. Know that I love you, and we will get through this together. All right, guys, so today's video, well, today, this morning, it's 3:37 in the morning, so whatever. The video is kind of an update and kind of an awareness video. So for one, as you all know, I have moved to Chattanooga. I have been here since January of 2020, so January at the beginning of this year. And it has been a journey, let me tell you, from moving out of the same city as my parents, to bringing my son to Chattanooga, to getting my car stolen, to getting in a relationship, to breaking up in that relationship, to my son not wanting to be here, to my son wanting to be here, to me finally having a mental break. So really today's video is because I have finally, I am in a depressive episode, and it's a lot. As most of you know, I struggle with bipolar disorder, severe depression, severe anxiety, and insomnia. So I'm up at 3:37 in the morning. I've been up since 1:25 maybe, or probably earlier than that. I've probably been up since like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I've been up for 2.5 hours basically. And I've been like scrolling on Facebook, looking up different stuff. I've been watching different videos on Facebook about killers and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. But like I said, I am finally in a depressive episode. I hate to say finally because nobody wants to be in a depressive episode. But it has given me time to kind of reflect and shed some light on bipolar disorder, on the many different aspects of bipolar disorder. So I want to start by saying, if you know me, anybody who subscribes to my channel knows me, when I'm in a manic episode, it depends. Let me rephrase that. It really depends, because my manic episodes can go from like me talking all the time to me being happy to me laughing and joking and hey, what's up, gang, we in the house. As y'all know, in a lot of my videos I start off like, what's up, gang, Breeze World or whatever. And today I'm just kind of like, welcome to Breeze World, you know, hey, here we are. And it's like that because I am in a depressive episode. So like I said, my manic episodes, they can range from like, hey, what's up, we in the house, to just me being like, hey, y'all, what's up? But my depressive episodes they're a lot. They're a lot to deal with. To the people in my life, you know, I'm so grateful because I know that when I'm in a depressive episode, I'm a lot to handle and a lot to deal with. You know, I cry, I scream, I yell, I cuss, I fight. I go from I hate you to I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just depressed. I just want to shut down. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be here. So I figured I could take this time to make a video talking about, you know, my battle, my struggles, and kind of shed some light on bipolar disorder. So first off, let's talk about what bipolar disorder is, because in the process of me saying, you know, I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna take you on my journey, I never really explained like what it is that I have, which sounds so bad when I say it, what I have. I've never really truly explained bipolar disorder. A lot of people see bipolar disorder on TV and they see it as going from extremely happy to extremely mad, and it's so much deeper than that. There's so many more things that go into having bipolar disorder that need light shed on them. Because, you know, when you go into a relationship with a person who suffers from mental illness, whether it be bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, eating disorders, anything of the nature, when you go into a relationship with someone who suffers from these things, you know, you automatically go into this relationship with a certain mindset, or most of us do. We go into this with a certain mindset. And the mindset that you usually go into it with is what society has made it out to be. But that's not always what it is. So, just to let you know, bipolar disorder, which was formerly known as manic depression, is per mayoclinic.org, I'm reading it, a mental health condition that causes extreme mood swings that include emotional highs, which is a mania or hypomania, and lows, which is depression, which is where I'm at. When you become depressed, you may feel sad or hopeless and lose interest or pleasure in most activities. Some of the symptoms is mood swings, suicidal ideation, psychotherapy as a treatment. There is not an exact cause of bipolar disorder. You know, it's not like a genetic thing. It's not a trauma. I mean, it could be those things, but it's not been tested or proven or whatever I'm trying to say. Anyways, manic episodes, which, like I said, my manic episodes can be me being like, hey, yo, what's up? Gang, gang, woo, 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 woo. Or me being like, hey, y'all, good. So, manic episodes may include symptoms such as high energy, reduced need for sleep, and loss of touch with reality. Depressive episodes may include and symptoms such as low energy, low motivation, and loss of interest in daily activities. Mood episodes last days to months at a time and may also be associated with suicidal thoughts. Treatment is usually lifelong and often involves a combination of medications and psychotherapy. So yeah, that's a little something on bipolar disorder. So to talk about my situation, so a lot of times people with mental disorders or mental issues, mental health problems, will say things like triggers. Like someone who has been molested or raped will say, you know, this is a trigger for me. Or if you get on Facebook, people may post something about, you know, someone who was raped or murdered or something like that, and they'll say explicit trigger warning. Everybody has different triggers. Some people have multiple triggers. I have multiple triggers. There are different things that can trigger me. Once triggered, you know, there's not a lot that can be done to be like, oh, I gotta get out of this. You know, I have been dealing with this for 2 years now, and I'm learning different ways to kind of pull myself back, and then sometimes I can't. And, you know, where I'm at right now, I would say I'm probably there. Like, I'm having a hard time kind of pulling myself out of it. And it sucks because, you know, I do have a 4-year-old son, and, you know, I want to be the best mom I can be to him, but it's kind of hard to be a great parent when you can't be a great you. So, you know, being in Chattanooga with just me and my son is really hard for me because, you know, I don't get a break. I don't get mentally I can't do it right now. Like, I'm in a bad place, and I don't have someone to be like, okay, I'm coming to get Christopher's fine. You know, I just kind of got to deal with it. I got to take it, and I got to go. I made a status on Facebook, and I said, you know, I knew this was coming. For the past 3 months, I could feel it. And it was like little things were beginning to trigger me. And I was pushing them aside. I was pushing them to the back. I was like, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay. So I kept telling myself in my mind, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay. And I'm not okay. And I'm learning it's okay to not be okay. I always feel that because I'm a mother, that I have to be okay 24/7. I have to have my shit together 24/7. I have to be on it 24/7 because I am a mother. I'm in a city where it's just me and my son, and I don't get that break. I'm always got 24/7, you know, and because of that, I'm always like, get it together. You gotta be on your shit. There's no falling off. There's no depressive episodes. There's no feeling like you want to die. There's no breaking down. You gotta have your shit together. Keep your shit together because you are all he has. And you know, it's really hard because I know that I'm all my son has. I understand, but you know, some days it's like, damn, bro, can't you have somebody else? Like, can't somebody else take this? Can't somebody else do this? And you know, I was gonna like fix myself up. It's really funny because I look at some people's YouTube videos and I'm like, dang, they took the time to get themselves together. Half my YouTube videos, I should be like, what's up, y'all? That's tonight, you know, but it is 3:37 in the morning, and this is just a raw, uncut, honest video about my life, you know, because mental disorders, mental health is a real thing, and you know, people, light needs to be shed on it. And you know, for a long, when I first got diagnosed in 2018, I was like, man, I don't want these meds no more, and I stopped. And my parents were like, look, you need to get back on the meds. My son's father was like, you need to get back on your meds, like, sis. And for a long time, I was like, man, I ain't taking no meds, I ain't crazy, da-da-da-da. Sorry, y'all hear my son in the background, he's sleeping on the couch. Anyways, so I was like, I'm not taking meds, like, I ain't crazy. And then I started to realize, like, I need my medicine. It's my balance. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But the black community is always like, we need to shed light on mental health, but it's only to a certain extent. They want to shed light on it, but they only want to shed light on it to then say, oh, well, if you do yoga, or if you do meditation, if you eat right, if you do things that make you happy, if you do da-da-da-da, then it won't happen. And that's not accurate. There's a chemical imbalance in people's brains when they have these mental disorders. Like, it's a chemical imbalance. It's a brain thing, you know. It's not just oh, I'm sad, I need to go out to dinner with my friends. And like, I love my friends, but it pisses me off whenever anybody in my life is like, girl, you just need to go out to eat with your friends, girl, go get you some drink. That's not it. That's not it. That is a way to divert from what the actual problem is, and it's going to put me to where I'm like, yeah, I'm good, while I'm in this state, while I'm out eating, while I'm out drinking, while I'm hanging with my friends. But as soon as I'm home alone, it's right back. And you know, to tell me that I just need to eat different, or I just need to spend more time with people, that's not it. It doesn't help it, you know. And so that's funny. This thing on here says, sorry y'all, this is off topic. This thing on here says, what is a person with bipolar? Oh, I thought it said, what does a person with bipolar disorder look like? But it said, what are they like? I was really confused. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean, what do we look like? We look like people. Anyway, that was off topic. Well, kind of off topic. But anyway, so yeah, you know, it's more than just going and doing things that make me happy. It's more than just going and sitting with my friends and eating or smoking or whatever, because once they're gone, and they're gonna go, I'm back in my thoughts, I'm back with myself, I'm back in that situation. A lot of people confuse depression with sadness. Being sad and being like, bro, I'm really sad about, like, this really affected me, and being like, wow, like, this upsets me, like, I really am feeling this. I need to take a minute, I need to go take a mental day, get myself together, you know, do some things make me happy so I can be better. It's completely different than depression. It's completely different from bipolar disorder. It's completely different from anxiety. A person with depression, I mean true depression, when you are depressed, you are depressed. It is no, I'm gonna just go pull myself out. You are in that, and it's deeper than just being sad. It's feeling hopeless. It's feeling like, you know, there's no end to this. There's no out there. I'm here. Like, I'm stagnant where I am. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, girl, you just need to go da da da. No, girl, I don't. It's not what I need. No, seriously though, it's not that. You know, like I said, it's like they said, when you become depressed, you may feel sad, hopeless. You'll lose interest or pleasure in most things. And, you know, everybody's like, oh, just go do something that makes you happy. I don't have interest in the things that make me happy anymore. And it's like, you need to understand that there's a chemical imbalance. You know, like I said, there's been a lot of shit that has happened in 2020 for me. And as I mentioned, one of the things is me and my boyfriend that I had talked about broke up. And, you know, that, along with some things that was going on personally with my family and my son, was my trigger this time. And I could feel it. Like I said, for the past 3 months, I've been sitting in my feelings just kind of like, bro, it's coming. And I've been, you're okay, it's okay, you're gonna come out of this, don't think about it. And the whole time it's just like, it's coming. And what I don't think people understand is, when it comes, it comes. And there is no stopping it. There is no, I'm gonna go do something to make me happy and get over it. Like, my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, could come over here right now and could lay up with me, and I'll still be depressed. I'll still be in a depressive episode. My son has given me kisses. He's wiped my tears. He's held me. He's, mommy, I love you. Mommy, I'm so sorry you're sad. And it sucks because I can't shake it. I can't just be like, I'm good. I can't. And it hurts to have friends and family who are looking at me crazy like, man, get over it. Just, bro, if you would go do something that makes you happy, you wouldn't be like this. Because it's like, bro, if I could do that and be okay, I would. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be in this episode. I don't want to be depressed. But I am. The other day I clocked out of work because I just couldn't. I mean, I was having the worst day ever. I started crying. I broke down. My son was, mind you, my little boy's 4. He's 24/7, run. We got a dog now, so he's running with the dog. And, you know, he couldn't shake it. He couldn't calm himself down, and I couldn't shake it. You know, I was upset. I was like, Christopher, stop. Like, stop it. And he wouldn't. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I put him in his room, shut his door. He was crying. He was like, mommy, please. I finally let him out. I called my mom. I was just like, bro, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm fucking up. I mean, simple terms, I was fucking up in my eyes. Like, I wasn't a good mom. You know, I just put my 4-year-old in his room and shut his door while he was screaming for me. And I couldn't go in there and hold him like I needed to. I couldn't be the mom that I needed to be. And, you know, a lot of people always say I shouldn't speak about this. I shouldn't be public about this because it'll give his biological father the ammunition he needs to come and get my son, and he can hold this against me. And for a long time, I was like, you know what? You're right. I don't need to speak on this. But this is me. This is raw, uncut Gabriela Madison. And I love my son. And my son knows I love him. And my son loves his mother. My son loves his mother. If you come in my house, there are toys everywhere. My house is usually a mess. There's blankets. There's pillow forts. My son is not malnourished. My son's not beaten. I mean, if you see my son is the happiest kid you've ever met. I mean, even when his mom was having a break, he's the happiest kid you've ever met. And, you know, me having mental health issues does not take away from me as a mother. I'm a bomb-ass mom. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm a bomb-ass mother. I love my son. Okay? Let me tell you, I love that little boy to death. I mean, if somebody came to me today and said, you have to die in order for Christopher to live, how am I going? Am I killing myself? Am I being killed? What's up? And people say, well, that doesn't make you a good mother. Maybe. But emotionally, I'm there for my son. Even in my breaks, I will hold my son. If he needs a hug from his mommy, I could be mid-breakdown and I'm like, come here, I got you. It's just Thursday, I could not shake the feeling of being a bad mother. So it wasn't that I put my son in his room because I just didn't want to deal with him. It was, I'm a horrible parent. I'm you're crying, you're upset, you're mad, and I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do. And I'm a shitty parent for that. Because as a mother, you want to fix everything. You want to make everything better for your kids. You want your kids to have a perfect life. You know, me and my mom were talking, and my mom said, you know, I just want you happy. You're my daughter, and I want you happy. Yeah, I want my grandson safe. I want my grandson happy, but I want everyone happy. I want you to be happy. And, you know, that's a mother for you. I want my son to be happy. I don't want my son to cry. I don't want my son to be upset. I don't want my son to hurt. And Thursday, I couldn't do anything to make it better. You know, he just kept crying. He kept screaming. He was mad. I was trying. I was at work. There was nothing I could do. So like I said, I clocked out of work. I clocked out and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I cannot do this right now. I mentally and emotionally cannot take it. I'm going crazy. I cannot do it. So I clocked out and I went to sleep. Me and my son took a nap. We laid down. We decided to take a nap. And when we woke up from our nap, you know, my son looked at me and he was like, Mommy, I love you. And I said, I love you too, Bubba. And I hope you know that. And he was like, I know, Mommy. I know you love me a whole lot. And I was like, I do. I love you more than life itself. And, you know, without my son, I wouldn't be here. So, you know, like I said, it's a daily battle. Depression is a daily battle. Anxiety is a daily battle. Bipolar disorder is a daily battle. And, you know, to be depressed, it feels like you can't accomplish anything. It feels like you can't do anything right. It feels like you feel hopeless. You feel like you're not good enough for anything. Before he chose to be my boyfriend, he chose to be my friend. And, you know, I feed off of that. I fall back on that when I think about where we are now. That's my friend. And he always will be my friend. So, yeah. But, like I said, this video is mainly about mental health. It's to bring awareness. It's to let people know, like, you're not alone. Don't ever feel like you're alone. I mean, to the people who do have depression, who are battling depression, who are battling anxiety, mental illness, it gets better. And I say that because I have to tell myself that every day. You know, I have to tell myself, it gets better, Gabriela. It sucks right now, but it gets better. And it's really hard to tell yourself, like, hey, it gets better, because shit sucks right now. Shit's horrible. You know, I wake up and I go to bed and I'm like, here we go again.
try to appease everyone in my life. I try to make sure my son's happy. I want my parents happy. I want my siblings happy. I want my boyfriend happy. I want my friends happy. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to not only be happy, but I want everybody to be happy with me. You know, I want everybody to be satisfied with Gabrielle. I want everybody to see me as this person. I want to be seen as this perfect person, you know. And it sucks when I'm not, because that's what I want. And when I'm not seen as that perfect person, or I'm not seen as like the person who is doing great, or the person who is this great mother and blah blah blah, it takes such a toll, and it triggers me, and it sends me into these, I'm not good enough, I'll never be good enough, I just want to die, it'd be better if I died. If I left everybody would be so much happier. Everybody would be so much better. Everybody would be so much better off if Gabrielle just was me. It sucks feeling that way, because it triggers the anxiety. My heart starts to race. I can't calm myself down. I start to panic, and there's no way to bring myself back. And it sucks. It sucks to be this person. It sucks to be in this situation, because all I want is I want to be perfect to everybody. I want everybody to see me as perfect. And I'm not perfect. Far from it. But that's what I want. You know, and it makes it hard when I'm not seen as perfect. You know, when I'm not seen as the girl who has it all together, when I'm not seen as the girl who is on her shit. You know? But we make it work, I guess. I also said in this video I wanted to not only talk about my situation, but sorry guys, I also wanted to bring awareness to what bipolar disorder is, because I've had people tell me before that they don't think I have bipolar disorder, because I may have episodes once a month. I may go 6 months without an episode. I think the longest I've been without an episode was about 6 months, 5.5, 6 months, something like that. Alright, so like I said, in this video I do want to talk about bipolar disorder, the different things about bipolar disorder, because a lot of times people feel like with bipolar disorder, if they think it's going from happy to sad, or they'll say, oh, well, you're not like I've seen in the movies or what I've read about. So I'm just gonna kind of give you like a breakdown of different things with bipolar disorder. So first off, episodes of mood swings may occur rarely or multiple times a year. Most people will experience some emotional symptoms between episodes, but some may not. So yeah, just understand that. Understand that you have bipolar 1 disorder, bipolar 2 disorder, and with bipolar 1, it never had a manic episode. Understand that hypomania and mania are 2 distinct different types, but they do have similar symptoms. Bipolar 2 is not considered a milder form of bipolar 1 disorder, but it is a separate diagnosis. While the manic episodes of bipolar 1 disorder can be severe and dangerous, individuals with bipolar 2 disorder can be depressed for longer periods, which cause significant impairment. Although bipolar disorder can occur at any age, it is typically diagnosed in the teenage years or early 20s. I was diagnosed at the age of 21 going on 22. Symptoms do vary from person to person, and they can vary over time. That's why I said, people are are like, oh, are you sure you have bipolar disorder? Like, what do you mean? But anyway, so mania and hypomania. Mania is a lot more severe than hypomania. It will cause, more noticeable problems at school, work, in your relationship. It will also sometimes cause, like I said, a break from reality, psychosis. And it will require hospitalization. So the reason that I was diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder is I did have a manic episode. I had a manic break. I attempted suicide, was sent to a mental facility in Johnson City for a week and a half, put on meds, all that good stuff. I was hospitalized. So I definitely had a break. So both, as I said, manic and hypomanic episodes consist of 3 or more of the symptoms I'm getting ready to read to you. Hypomania is not as severe as mania. So you will experience, people will be either abnormally upbeat, jumpy, or wired. So, they may be like, whoo, let's get it going. Hey, what's up? They may have like increased activity, energy, or agitation. So, they may be super like, hey, let's get it done now. Or they may be like, yo, everything's pissing me off. I can't do this right now. Leave me alone, blah, blah. Exaggerated sense of well-being and self-confidence. Anybody who knows me knows when I'm in a manic episode, baby, you can't tell me nothing. I'm the best looking thing. I got all the confidence in the world. And then when I have a depressive episode, it's completely opposite. But they may have a decreased need for sleep. When I am in a manic episode, I can stay up for hours. I will sleep maybe 3-4 hours, and I'm up and ready to go. And I'm up like, what's up? Let's do it. Yes, I'm ready. I don't know. Unusual talkativeness. So me, honestly, if you know me, I'm always talkative. For real. I'm talkative 24/7. But when I am in a manic episode, I'm like, yeah, let me tell you this. Okay, yeah, so, and I'm telling 3 or 4 different stories at once. People be like, it's funny because my boyfriend looked at me one day and he said, sometimes you be telling a story and be like, he'll be trying to like get me to like speed my story up, and I'll like laugh. So sometimes I'll be telling my boyfriend a story and he'll be like, I'm like, and he's like, you're just not getting to the point fast enough. And it's like, yeah, I know. But it's because like I'll be just telling 15 stories in one. Racing thoughts. If you know me, I am the type of person that I'll start a project and I'll be like, I'm gonna do this. And then midway through that project, I'm like, oh shit, this project can go with this project. So now I gotta start this project. Meanwhile, this project's still in the work. And the whole time my mind's like going, and I'm like, oh yeah, and this be cool, and this, and I'm gonna do this. And my mind just be, it's like a wheel just turning. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. All right, bet. Yep, then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do this. And if I'm telling someone, I'm sitting there and I'm like, and they're like, what? It drives my parents crazy. My parents be like, girl, first off, it's probably why I'm still in college. But anyway, distractibility, baby. I am very easily distracted. It's a blessing and a curse. Cause sometimes, like, people be talking to you about stuff that you don't really want to hear. So I'll be like, all right, And sometimes people be talking to you about stuff that like is very important, and I'm like, okay, oh wait, what? Okay, what? My bad. What? Yeah. What? Like, shoot. Shoot. That's all I can say. Now, this last one is me to a T, and I'm working on it because it's very bad, especially as a parent. This last one, as a single parent, this is one of the worst ones that you could possibly have. But it is definitely me. Poor decision making. And by that, like, sexual risks, I've been there. buying sprees. I've definitely been there. Like, I have gotten my refund check from taxes, my refund check from school, and just bought shit that I knew I didn't need just to buy. Or making foolish investments. I've done that a couple of times. And, you know, when I looked back one day. I have an app that tells me like how much money I made, how much money I spent. So last year when I looked at all the money I brought in and all the money I spent and what it was spent on, I was like, wow. Wow. That's all I can say, wow. So yeah, that's just like a breakdown of the Manic episode and the different symptoms you'll see for somebody who is in a manic break. For major depressive episode, it includes symptoms that are severe enough to cause noticeable difficulty in day-to-day activities such as work, school, social activity, and your relationship. An episode, so a major depressive episode, includes 5 or more of these symptoms. It would be depressed mood, such as feeling sad, empty, hopeless, or tearful. You know, in children and teens, depressed moods can appear as irritability. So for, you know, kids like my son, it can come as irritability, them just kind of being like, yeah, ugh. Whereas for, you know, adults, it's like, I feel like I can't shake this, like I'm just here. Marked loss of interest or feeling no pleasure in almost all activities. So a lot of people say, you know, when you're depressed, or, you know, if you say like, you know, I'm feeling kind of depressed, they're like, oh, just go do something to make you happy. In my opinion, if you can go and do something that makes you happy and you're like, oh, I'm good, it's not depression, it's sadness. You know, you were just sad, like you were feeling a little sad, upset about something, and so you just went and did something to make you happy, and now you're good. Whereas with depression, if, you know, you are depressed, there is no going to do something to make yourself happy. It's literally just you being there like, I'm here. I am existing. I'm in the world. That's it. There's nothing more. There's nothing less. I'm just here. Like, I exist. Significant weight loss when not dieting, weight gain, or decrease or increase in appetite. In children, it's a failure to gain weight as expected can be a sign of depression. Now, for me, I go in between the two. I think when I'm in a depressive episode, I'm so stressed that I'm losing weight, but I have an increase in appetite. So like, I checked my weight yesterday and I was 227.2. Probably last month, I weighed 238.7. I think it was like 238.7. And I haven't been exercising, I haven't been dieting, anything like that. I just have been losing weight. And back in 2018, if you look at my pictures from like early on in the year to when I had my manic break, you see such a significant weight loss. Like, you can see it in my face. And it was really weird, you know, because this is before I had been diagnosed, so I didn't know what was going on. I was like, damn, I'm losing weight. And people were looking at me and they were like, girl, you was losing weight, you look good, oh my God. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, thank you. Like, I didn't know what it was. And, you know, looking back, it's like, I was like, yeah, I'm losing weight, thank you. But looking back, it's like, sis, you were losing weight because, like, you are sick, okay? Like, like I said, I'm 227.2 now, and just last month I was 238.7. So, like, I'm just losing weight. And it's, like I said, I haven't been exercising, I haven't been dieting, anything. But I have had an increase in my appetite. Like, I've eaten everything. And that's another, now that, like, because I know a lot about it now, I'm like, yeah. Like I told you, I'm in a depressive episode. So, you know, Thursday I was feeling sad. I called my mom and I was like, man, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm useless. I have no purpose in the world. Like, I just want to die. I clocked out of work. And let me tell you something. My job's not that hard. I sit at home. I take calls. It's not a hard job. I actually enjoy my job. So, you know, I clocked out of work. I was like, bro, I can't even do this. Clocked out of work and everything. I was like, man, I'm done. I can't take it. Like, I just cannot take it. And, you know, I can't do it. I haven't been doing my schoolwork. I haven't been working on my book. I haven't been on YouTube. And there it is. And, you know, as I said, it's 5 or more. So right now we're at 2, 3. Like I said, I've lost 10 pounds in a month and I haven't done anything. I literally eat everything I see. Literally everything in sight, I'm eating it. If it is edible, it is in my mouth. Either insomnia or sleeping too much. It's 4:25 in the morning and I've been up since 1. I've been up for 3.5 hours and I'm not tired. I probably am gonna have, like, I'm going back to sleep is going to be such a struggle for me. Either restlessness or slow behavior. It's funny because my boyfriend tells me I move slow all the time. But he's also, we've been together in the past, like we've gotten together in the past, 9 months. So he's been around me when I'm in a depressive episode. Fatigue or loss of energy, that goes hand in hand with the insomnia or sleeping too much. So you may be super tired and just not have the energy to do anything. Like, I don't have the energy to even get up barely and play with my kid. Like, I force myself to be like, yo, you're mom, and I go play with my son. But I literally just sit all day. I don't have the energy or the interest to do anything besides sit here. Feelings of worthlessness or excessive or inappropriate guilt. So, as I said, Thursday was a really rough day for me. I was going through like this. My little boy loves his mom. He's such a mama's boy. But he loves to have his whole family together. So when we lived in Johnson City and we stayed with my parents, he was probably like, shoot, this is perfect. Like, everybody's here. And, his dad would come see him from time to time. And his dad was right in Johnson City, so his dad could come see him, or I could take him to his dad could pick him up, whatever. And he was like, yeah, this is perfect. All right, I'm in there. And recently, because from where we moved to Chattanooga, and he's been in Chattanooga, and he, of course, still goes to Johnson City, but since we've been in Chattanooga, he's kind of been like, I miss Johnson City, and I miss Nana and Papa. And, I blame myself. In these past couple months, I've been like, it's my fault that he's unhappy. It's my fault that he's sad. And, my mom was like, he's 4. Gabriela, it's not you. He's 4. Like, he's a child. And he becomes upset about certain things. And it's because he's a child. And so, for me, it was like, man, nah, it's me. And it just had me thinking, like, I'm not a good mother. And, my mom and my dad and a lot of my friends are like, bro, stop thinking that. Like, you're a great mother. Like, bro, you tripping. Why you think like that? And it's like, if I could stop thinking like this, I would. But I literally can't. Like, it's just a part of it. 2 more symptoms. Decreased ability to think or concentrate or indecisiveness. Definitely experiencing that right now. I had agreed to let my son go to Johnson City to go to school so that I could work another job, so I could pick up a second job, and I could save up some money to get us out of the projects. That is my biggest thing right now, getting us out of the projects. I hate living here. I'm ready to go. So I was like, oh yeah, he can come to Johnson City, he can step there with y'all and go to school, and that'll give me a chance to get a second job because he's not in school like he was in school, but it's, virtual school. So if he goes to Johnson City, then my parents can watch him. I can work a second job and then just get him back, and then probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was like, nah, he's not coming to Johnson City, he's staying up here. And my mom was like, what? And I was like, yeah, he's gonna go to school up here, he got accepted up here, so he's just gonna go up here. And my mom was like, okay, but you. And I was like, what? Man, he my son, I can make these decisions, da, da, da. Then, Thursday I had a break, and I was like, man, he coming to Johnson City, he's going to school in Johnson City. Like, I just need to figure this out. I need to work. I need to get us some money so we can get these projects. And then I was like, man, if he goes to school in Johnson City, I ain't never going to see him. I don't want him to go to. And it sucks being in this stage. Like, it sucks being in this state because I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, that's just some things. But some other features of bipolar disorder to be on the lookout for is anxious distress, melancholy, psychosis, or others. Symptoms may include symptoms. It may include diagnostic labels such as mixed or rapid cycling. Bipolar symptoms may occur during pregnancy or change with the seasons. And I can tell you for a fact that it definitely changes with the seasons, because I have less depressive episodes in the summer and the fall than I do in the winter and the spring. In the winter time, I experience a lot more depressive episodes because, we're stuck in the house, it's cold outside, there's not really a reason to go outside. With this whole corona situation, I've definitely been, up and down. I've kind of been experiencing depressive episodes, and I'll experience a manic episode, and I'll experience a depressive episode, I'll experience a manic episode, and just back and forth, which is a very stressful thing because who wants to keep going back and forth. So anyway, as I said, the exact cause of bipolar disorder at this time is unknown, but several factors can be involved, like biological factors. People with bipolar disorder appear to have physical changes in their brains. The significance of these changes is still uncertain, but may eventually help pinpoint causes. Like I said, it is a chemical imbalance. People with mental disorders have a chemical imbalance. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You can't change it. Bipolar disorder is more common in people who have a first-degree relative, such as a sibling or parent with the condition. Researchers are trying to find genes that may be involved in causing bipolar disorder. Now, neither of my parents nor my siblings have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, though my mother's brother has bipolar disorder. So definitely could be a genetic thing. Never know. Some risk factors that come with bipolar disorder. Having a first-degree relative, so risk factors are factors that may increase the risk of developing bipolar disorder or act as a trigger for the first episode. Having a first-degree relative, such as a parent or sibling with bipolar disorder, periods of high stress, such as death of a loved one, or other traumatic event, drug or alcohol abuse. So my first episode was the episode that got me diagnosed was me finding out that my son's father had cheated on me with my very close friend that I considered a sister. I had let stay at my home. I had fed, driven around, clothed her and her child, and that triggered what got me diagnosed. When my aunt died, is probably when it all started though. March 6, 2018 is probably when everything started. It's when I first was like, oh shit, what is this? But I've always struggled with depression. I've struggled with depression since 2009 when Kelsey died. That was like my first true, life fucking sucks. So yeah. Now, it also said drug or alcohol abuse. At the time that happened with my son's father, I was drinking real heavily. I had, earlier that year, we had suffered a miscarriage, and shit was weighing on me heavy. My aunt had died. Actually, like, probably a couple weeks after we found out I had a miscarriage, my aunt died. Then, a couple months later, found out my son's father cheated with my friend. Like, shit was just blowing the fuck up. Like, God, sit back looking at that. That's crazy. Anyway, I was also drinking really heavily at that point. Like, I was like, give me drinks, bitch. So, if left untreated, bipolar disorder can result in serious problems that affect every area of your life, such as problems related to drug and alcohol abuse. I will tell you, when I got off my meds, because I am off my meds currently, I'm getting ready to get back on. I want that to be known. But when I first got off my meds, I did start smoking heavily. I started drinking heavily. I was like, yeah, fuck y'all, fuck this. Suicide or suicide attempts, definitely was experiencing that. Legal or financial problems, truly, truly. My finances were in the gutter. I ended up filing bankruptcy this year because of how I let my finances get. Damaged relationships. My son's father and I broke up. My mother and I, we fell apart. My father and I, we fell apart. Me and my brother, my sister. I pushed everybody away. I didn't want anybody near me. I didn't want nobody talking to me. I was like, man, fuck all y'all. Like, I don't want nobody here. And poor work or school performance. I quit my job. I dropped out of college. And I was like, whatever. I just was living life on the edge, man. And it's starting to happen again. And that's how come I know that I need to get back on my medicine, because I had gotten to the point where I was like, all right, I'm going to work, I'm going to school, I'm doing my schoolwork, I'm getting passing grades, blah, blah, blah. And in the past couple of months, I haven't been doing my schoolwork. Lost one job. This new job, I come to work, but I be half-stepping. And it's like, okay, you are risking your livelihood at this point. And that's why it's like, you got to get your shit together, get real. It can't continue to happen. So, yeah, that's something to know. Let's see here. What else does this have for us? So, co-occurring conditions. If you have bipolar disorder, you may also have another health condition that needs to be treated along with bipolar disorder. Some conditions can worsen bipolar disorder symptoms or make treatment less successful. So, anxiety disorders, eating disorders, ADHD, alcohol and drug problems, physical health problems, heart disease, thyroid, headaches, or obesity. To tell you, I do suffer with anxiety. I wouldn't really say I have an eating disorder. I just get to the point where I just want to eat everything. ADHD or hyperactivity, I suffer from that, definitely. Alcohol or drug problems, yeah. I will say I've never used like hard drugs, but smoking weed has definitely, and I say that it gets me through, like, oh, when I'm high, I feel better. Or drinking. In past 2-3 weeks, I've been drunk every day except for one. Physical health problems. I do suffer with headaches and obesity, but the obesity, to be honest with you, is actually because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome and my weight just wavers a lot. So prevention. This is the big thing to anybody who suffers from bipolar disorder, for anybody who suffers from mental illness. This is a very big thing because we all need to know ways to prevent it. If you haven't been diagnosed with a mental disorder or bipolar disorder, whatever, but you watch this video, you go through the symptoms, you're like, oh, damn, that might be. Then please go see a therapist. Please go see a psychiatrist. Find out what's going on. Get diagnosed if you need to get diagnosed. Get the medicine, the help, the whatever that you need. This is a very serious mental disorder. This is a very serious situation, and it needs to be taken more serious. It needs to be taken more seriously. We have so many people in the Black community. I say this for all communities, but especially for the Black community. We have a very hard time with minimizing what a person is going through. We have a very hard time with minimizing mental health and saying, oh yeah, mental health, just pray about it, or girl, you don't need to go no therapist, girl, you don't need no medicine. Mental health is real. It is real. I'm telling you from experience. It is a struggle. It's a daily battle. Understand. There is nothing wrong with getting medication. There's nothing wrong with getting help. You need to be okay. Understand, it is okay to not be okay, but it is not okay to not be okay and stay in that position. So, prevention. There's no sure way to prevent bipolar disorder. However, getting treatment at the earliest sign of a mental health disorder can help prevent bipolar disorder or other mental health conditionings from worsening. If you've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, some strategies can help prevent minor symptoms from becoming full-blown episodes of mania or depression. Pay attention to warning signs. Addressing symptoms early can prevent episodes from getting worse. You may have identified a pattern to your bipolar episodes and what triggers them. Call your doctor if you feel you're falling into an episode of depression or mania. Involve family members or friends in watching for warning signs. Like I said, I've known for the past 3 months that this episode of depression was coming. I chose to ignore it because I felt like I could do it myself. And now I'm in it, and I am going to get help. I am going to get back on my medicine. I'm going to do what I need to do because I do have an amazing, amazing little boy that I have to live for, that I have to be okay for. And I'm going to do what I need to do. And, you know, I have a very hard time with getting family involved, friends involved, letting them know the warning signs because I don't want people to see this me. To be so completely open and honest with you all on YouTube is so easy because I'm just recording myself saying it, then I edit it and I post it, you know, and y'all don't know me, for real. So yeah, I am trying to get better at, you know, saying, hey, look, this is something you need to look out for. If I start to get like this is what's about to happen. Avoid drugs and alcohol. Using alcohol or recreational drugs can worsen your symptoms and make them more likely to come back. And this is so true. Unfortunately, it's very true. And take care of yourself. Gotta take care of yourself. Take your medications exactly as directed. Now, this first line was me. You may be tempted to stop treatment, but don't. I did. I chose to stop taking my medicine. I was like, I can do this without medicine. Psh, weed is my medicine, baby. I'm gonna get high and be good. No. I needed to stay on my meds. I did. I hate that I didn't, but it's okay. Like I said, we're gonna kick back, we're gonna bounce back, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I know I'm gonna come out on the other side of this. Stopping your medication or reducing your dose on your own may cause withdrawal effects, or your symptoms may worsen or return. Mine have returned, and I would love to say that, like, I can kick it without medicine, but I can't. I'm very honest with myself now. I'm very open with myself. I do know that I need my medicine. I need to see my psychiatrist. I need to stay getting treatment, and if I slack, I need to know that it not only affects me, but it will affect my amazing 4-year-old son. Because if I'm not okay, he's not okay. So, like I said, this video was to just give you some information on bipolar disorder, to tell you, you know, about my journey, about where I've been. This is probably one of the longest videos that I will ever post on YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is one of the longest videos that I will ever post on YouTube. But it is a video that needed to be said. It's a video that needed to be recorded. It's a video that needed to be posted. As I said, mental health in the Black community is so minimized. And, you know, it's because Black people aren't allowed to not be okay. With everything that's going on in the world right now, especially with Black Lives Matter, you know, it's a sign that, you know, Black people are not allowed to not be okay. We're expected to at all times be okay. People, you know, I've heard people say before, girl, your ancestors went through da-da-da-da-da, and they made it out. Yeah, but that didn't mean they weren't going through some stuff. That mean they weren't suffering from mental health issues. So I make this video to send a awareness for anyone suffering with mental health. And when I say suffering with mental health, I don't just mean bipolar disorder. I don't just mean schizophrenia. I don't just mean the typical mental health things. I mean depression. I mean low self-esteem, because that's a mental health thing. I mean anxiety. I mean anything that affects your ability to function in your day-to-day life. Understand that you're not alone. Understand there are people who are here. They're willing to fight for you and with you. Find you a support system, you know, whether that be teachers, friends, counselors, parents, siblings, whatever. Find a support system and root yourself in your support system. Shout out to my support system. I know that I'm difficult. I know I'm hard to deal with. I know it's a lot to take me in daily. I understand. I want you all to know that I do not take lightly the love you have for me. I do not take lightly the things you do for me. I do not take lightly the fact that you have stuck by me through everything, from the manic to the depressive to the she's okay to the she's getting ready to blow to the okay, she's cussing us all out, she hates us, to the she loves us again. I thank you so much for choosing to stick by me and to deal with me. I know it's not easy. I know I'm not easy. And I just want it to be known that, you know, I'm so appreciative, because without you, I would not even be where I am today. I would not have made it as far as I've made it today. Mental health is a bitch. It is. And, you know, it's very, very hard to be okay when you're not okay. But we get through it. We make it through it. And with the help of a support system, with the love, the care of a support system, we will be okay. So to those of you, like I said, who suffer from any type of mental health problems, issues, you are not alone. I want to thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. I do hope that you will actually watch and listen to this entire video. This video is one of the most important videos that I will ever post on social media. This video is a video that truly needs to be spread. It needs to be out there. This video is an important video. Understand that I choose to share my journey. I choose to share my experiences. I choose to share what I go through in an attempt to hope and pray that I can help someone else. I don't share this lightly. I don't share this for attention. It is simply because my story, my journey, my battles can help someone else. If my test can turn into a testimony for someone else, then I'm doing what I need to do. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. As always, y'all know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like this video. Leave comments below. Let me know what you think, what you feel. All that good stuff. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because why wouldn't you subscribe to my channel? Every video won't be sad like this one. I promise you, I will bring you joy, happiness. I just gotta shake it. I gotta get out of this episode. And we're back with some good content, with some new content. I promise you. Look at how clear my skin is. Let me go ahead and shout out my products. Beautiful with the Breed. Make sure that you check out the website, www.beautifulwithbreed.com. Get your all natural, all organic face, skincare, hair care products. Come shop. But yeah, also make sure that you share this video. Like I said, this video does need to get out. Mental health is a serious thing. It's very, very, very serious, and it needs to be spread. I know this video focused only on bipolar disorder, but understand that that is my personal battle. It focused on bipolar disorder, anxiety, and depression, because that is what I'm going through, and I can personally relate to it. But, you know, if you would like more videos about other mental health disorders or other things, you know, comment, let me know. I'll be glad to research and, you know, come on here and give you some videos like that, because mental health is serious, it is real, and we need to start taking it more serious. So, as always, thank you for tuning in to another day in Breeze World. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video, and we is out. Oh my god, my kids up. It's 4:16 in the morning. He needs to go back to bed. Lay back down, Bubba. Make sure he goes back to sleep. My kid's up again. Hold on. Night night. Night night. Night night.